And action. So, welcome once again to another UTC Investment Frequency episode here on Heartbeat Radio and our sister station, Radio 90.5, the People Station. So, we are joined today by Lisa and Rodney. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming, because every time you will step foot here in Heartbeat Radio or Radio 90.5, we always get a chance to learn something or get a reminder on how we should be treating our finances. Now, it seems often to be something that's very difficult to do. So a lot of us, we might have our 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, and we decide, you know what, we need a little extra help. We need to lean on another stream of income. And thus, here comes the side hustle. So today we are talking about the side hustle economy, investing for professionals and entrepreneurs. So we know that many people are still entrepreneurs. They have their side jobs, and the modern professional looks so different because of that, because we have our main job and our side job. So we see many people juggling both of them, both their small business or their side hustle as well as their 9 to 5. So how does having multiple streams of revenue change the way we should look at money management? You might think, yay, more money, but I'm pretty sure we need to focus on some more things there.
Right. So, Chapila, thanks for asking that question. That's a really good question, especially when it comes to knowing how to manage the extra money that you will gain from your side hustle. So, what you do with that extra money from your profits of your business or from the income that you make from the side hustle will really make a total difference in terms of your investment journey, and how you put that to use will determine if your side hustle is allowing you to create wealth or if it's just extra income that disappears with all the other expenses that you have.
Oh,
so it is important that we change the mindset of having the extra money disappear in expenses, but rather how we're going to use that extra money to build wealth and to invest better to ensure sustainability for the future. So it's really about shifting our mindset, and all the extra money that you would work tirelessly for, every cent that you make, you have to look at it as a start for making a better investment into the future, and of course for the future sustainability of your business.
I see. Now, you're mentioning that, and I'm thinking of all the little side hustles that I have and the way in which all of the funds disappear. It's quite amazing. So I'm listening. You have my attention instantly. Now, listeners, if you also have been piqued by what she has said, remember, you can send in your questions to us here on Heartbeat Radio. You can send a WhatsApp message to 338-4288, and on our sister station, the People Station, Radio 90.5, at 364-9050, because I am so ready to lock in, take some notes, and hear what you all have to say. Because it sounds like a dream, right? It sounds like a dream for someone with inconsistent or seasonal earnings, like our creatives in the carnival industry, those who may do little sales for Christmas and seasonal events and so on, who have a massive win per se for the year. And they need to know how to manage that lump sum. So what is some advice we could give to them?
So I like that you add first there that you have all the side hustle. So definitely we could build on that, and having a side hustle is good, and it keeps you active. You have other stuff other than that. You're earning the income, which is what we want to focus on. So the income that you're earning has to have a purpose. What is the purpose you want to? And that is what the Unit Trust Corporation will come in to sit with you, and we'll go through all of that to help you. Right now, costume designers, musicians, vendor, anybody around that carnival season may have that side hustle. Yes, you'll have that when you get that money coming in. You may have a purpose for it. So let's say during the year, you may have a house to renovate. You might have some other need that you have. So to me, what helps is putting that goal towards the funds. So you have the side hustle, as you said, Tequila. You may have a particular goal in mind. So while you may use some of the side hustle money, the rest goes to meeting that goal. And I think that is where most of the people would, like the costume designers, the musicians, the vendors, they would be going towards that part of it. They're saving towards that goal. And I think that is what we're trying to look at, is what strategy you're using for your long term. Now, if it's a long term strategy, we have our growth and income account, which is designed for long-term savings. So you might want a house in 5 to 8 years, or you might have a need in 3 to 5 years, depending on what you look at long-term. The growth and income is there, but then you may also have the income fund for the easily accessible, the funds that you may put away. So let's say the same carnival, entertainers. You're working during the first 6 months of the year, and then the other 6 months you may not have some work. So the funds are accessible to you. You could use it to help you meet your expenses. You're saving towards that purpose,
right,
or that downtime when you don't have any work. So I think that is where the TT Income Fund helps you in the off season to be able to meet those expenses. And it's excellent because it's safe and the cash is easy to reach.
I like that. And again, we can gain some form of interest on this as well, on both of these funds. Nice,
definitely.
Very nice. I'm interested.
And you remember that from the last time, so that's very good.
Yes. So it's not just about saving, it's about choosing an investment vehicle. And I like the fact that it's an investment with that interest and so on.
Right.
So it's something that matches your pace of your life, so to speak.
Yes. Right. And then you want it to match the pace of your life, being able. So, it's not a burden. It's not hard for you to be able to. And as we said in previous sessions, we want the consistency. We want to teach you to be able to do that. So by us sitting with you and showing you that need, or you figuring out the need on your own, it gives you a little more commitment in being able to want to save the money towards this goal. And that's why I will always speak towards that, tying the investment to that goal.
So for our entrepreneurs like myself and professionals listening who are ready to put their extra wins to work, what is the next step? What do we do? We have decided, yes, it's important, and we would like to put some of it down. Guide us on how we can get started.
So starting is just a conversation with us at UTC. We'll have our customer service representatives, we have our financial advisors, we have our business development officers, and in some instances with entrepreneurship, sometimes time is hard to have. We do have our business development officers and financial advisors, and even some of our resources at our investment centers and agencies who will come to you to have that conversation and to help you set up your investment accounts that is aligned to your purpose. So while you like, for instance, the downtime that Rodney spoke of, if you have those persons who are interested in investing in for that downtime, we have the TT Income Fund account, but it's always important to also invest in the Growth and Income Fund, which is a long-term investment, so that we are able to also secure future investments in instruments that is going to give you a hedge against inflation. So come into any one of our 9 investment centers located across the country, Trinidad and Tobago, as well as our online agents, or visit our website at www.ttutc.com, or call our contact center, and one of our contact agents will be delighted to guide you through at 624-8648.
I love it. And, instantly we would gravitate toward the website. So again, ttutc.com, very easy to find, easy to remember. And you can find all of the information there as well, yes?
As well as our social media pages.
And social media as well. Very nice. So thank you, Rodney and Lisa, again for joining us for another episode of the UTC Investment Frequency here on Heartbeat Radio and the People Station, Radio 90.5. Of course, listeners, if you do have questions, if you have a concern, if maybe we sparked a question in your mind and you're like, wait a minute, how can I? Remember, you can reach out to us here on Heartbeat Radio and Radio 90.5. You can message us at Heartbeat 338-4288 and on Radio 90.5 364-9050. We will get our UTC investment partners online with you. They'll be able to answer your questions, and who knows, we may just answer it in one of our shows right here.
Yes.
So thank you again to our partners at UTC for joining us. And of course, listeners, stay tuned for another investment frequency here on Heartbeat Radio and Radio 90.5. Yeah.